You're spending too much time searching for hotel award availability. PointsYeah and Rooms.aero are two tools that'll help you turn your credit card rewards into free hotel stays. But which tool is better and which one should you be using? Now, I've spent some hours trying to figure this answer out for you. So I'm going to show you how to use these tools, and then we're going to make a decision together which one you should be using. First up is PointsYeah.com. They're more known for their award flight search, but they just released a new hotels feature. You can access it from the homepage via here or on the left over here. And so it looks very simple to use. You just type in where you want to go. If you want to go to Washington, D.C. here, you just type that in. Gives you a few options. Let's say downtown D.C. We'll enter these dates here. You can search by multiple rooms, as many as 3, but it does give you a note here that most hotel programs only allow you to book 1 room at a time. So just go ahead and keep that as 1, and then you can search for as many as 4 adults. It doesn't let you filter by kids, so that's something that you will have to do kind of on the back end. We'll just search for 2 guests, and they do have these 2 options here. These are very niche situations, and you would only want to do that if you know what you're doing. They also let you filter by hotel and by banking program. I like to keep these open because you can also change those later on. So then you just select yeah, and it will search. If you see this screen, this means you need to create an account and log in. It's a free account, but it is required in order to use this tool. So it takes about 20 seconds for it to load all of your results here. It may take longer if you've got a lot of tabs open, but whenever it loads, it gives you this nice split screen of a list and a map. If you just want the list, you could click here, but I really like the map view. I think it's nice and clean. And so as you can see, this isn't exactly downtown Washington, D.C., but you could just kind of scroll and zoom in. And as you might be able to see, my head might be blocking the way, but we're near the White House here, and we've got a lot of different hotel options. And so, like I said, this pulls up all of your options. If you look at the hotel programs, it has Choice, Hilton, Hyatt, IHG, Marriott, Wyndham, as well as some booking portals, including the Advantage Hotels, Amex Travel, United Hotels, and Virtuoso. Virtuoso might sound unfamiliar to you. We'll get back to that, but it's basically a premier booking service. Now, I do just want to highlight that it has Choice Hotels as well as Wyndham Rewards. These are pretty rare for hotel booking award search tools to have, so it's really nice that they included it. So to highlight some of these other filters, you do have this bank programs, but I will say if you want to just search for Chase Ultimate Reward programs, it doesn't take those away. Now, if I know anything about PointsYeah, they'll probably update this and fix it by the time I actually release this video sometimes. But in order to actually filter for the hotel programs, just select whichever hotel programs you want. So if you just want the Hyatt, you'll select only, and it will just show you the Hyatt hotels that are available. But let's go ahead and reset just so we can show everything else off. It also has popular features filtered. Now, these are very useful. However, I will say they may not be 100% accurate and up to date in terms of they might be missing information. Like there might be more hotels with airport shuttles than what's actually there. And that's because there is this option here to kind of help make these amenities more accurate. And so like I said, this is a relatively new tool, so as this sticks around and more people kind of contribute, you could probably see this being a lot more useful. There's also max distance from your search location, the max number of points you want to use, the max price in dollars you want to look for, and then if you have a free night certificate like from an IHG, Marriott, or Hyatt credit card, you can use these buttons to kind of figure out which hotels are eligible for that. It does have a notification here, like if you want to use the top up feature, that is like for the IHG card, if you have a 40,000 point certificate, but you want to use 10,000 points in addition to that certificate, it does recommend that you don't use this and you actually just use the max points price. So you'll just type in 50,000 points and filter for IHG hotels, and that's how you would figure that out. And then if you want to search for a particular brand that's offered by one of these other hotel programs, you would just search through here. Now, some other options here is this sort by, which is very useful. I believe it defaults to the points low to high, but if you want high to low, you got that option. It even has price low to high. That's one cool thing about this tool. It also lets you search for cash prices, and so if you switch the sort by for price, it'll switch all of these to cash prices, and we can search by there. And then it also has this sort by most miles earned. So this tool is actually useful if you're trying to earn a bunch of American Airline miles, because it'll also pull up the American Advantage Hotels program, as well as Amex Travel, where you can earn 5x points. We'll come to these filters here in a second. And then you also have by distance and by cents per point high to low. So if you're really focused on getting the maximum value from your points, you can click and this will share that with you. It'll compare the points price over to the cash price, divide divide that out for you and make sure you get the highest cent per point option here. I generally recommend and like to use the points low to high option. And then if you're just trying to filter out for a particular property, you can try to do this. Just type in Hyatt, and it will type in stuff with the Hyatt name. And then if you didn't like these options, you can go search for the next 5 nights or the previous 5 nights instead of the 5 nights that we're searching for currently. And then if you're looking for suites just for a more luxurious experience, or if you're looking to fit more people, you can trigger this option and it'll give you the suites points price and update all that for you. Now just a warning here, just because it is a suite doesn't mean they'll let you fit more people in there. That is kind of hotel specific, so do some more research on that end, but this will at least get you partially the way there. Now let's clean up this map here. So let's say we just have Chase points, and you could filter for IHG, Marriott, and Hyatt. However, I don't really ever recommend transferring your Chase points over to IHG or Marriott unless you're just topping it off. So let's say we're just searching for Hyatt hotels. And so this will give you the lowest price here, just like the Hyatt website would. But the nice thing about this is that it'll only show what's available. If you click on the option in the map, it'll pull up what hotel that is. Or if you're scrolling through the list and you want to know where this Hyatt Regency is, you click on it and it'll adjust the map to show it. So you can see this is actually really far away. So that's why I really like the map view. Now if we look at Hilton hotels, and if we look at this Waldorf Astoria in Washington DC here, we could just see how much information this tool gives us. It gives us the cash price on Hilton. It tells us how much it is on Amex Travel. It also gives you this note here about all the perks you get from the personal Amex Platinum if you book this through the Amex Travel. And then it has Virtuoso, which I mentioned before, which kind of gives you a lot of those hotel premium benefits such as food and beverage credit, upgrade upon arrival, subject to availability, etc. And it has this price here. It gives you points per night no matter what program you're searching for. And that's something I love, because sometimes Marriott on their website, they'll give you the points price for the entire stay, which for some reason I just like the points per night, and that's what this does for you. And it automatically includes the 5th night free or the 4th night free for IHG. So you simply just take this price and multiply it by the number of nights you're staying, and that'll be your entire stay. This is especially useful for Hyatt hotels as well, because they tend to have different points prices based on the day that you're staying. And so you just take that price, multiply it, and that's your entire price for the visit. And then if you're looking to earn airline miles, just know that whenever you're looking at the Advantage hotels, it says this amount, but it does depend on if you have an American Airlines credit card and if you have status. This number of points is if you have top status with American Airlines, and so you will likely receive a lot less if you don't have either of those things. And then with the United hotels, this is the accurate number of miles that you'll receive. And do mind the little notes on all these little prices and icons here. It will tell you if it's excluding taxes or not, and so you can see that this might be the bit more accurate price after everything's included. And then of course, once you're ready to book a hotel that you find, you can either click the Yeah Let's Go button here, or you can go from the map, oh I want this one, click on it once again, and then click Yeah Let's Go. And then it will take you directly to that hotel booking page with the date selected and everything like that ready for you, so you can double check the award availability, and then you would need to go and transfer your points if you needed to. And then if you wanted to book through Advantage Hotels or United Hotels or any of these other programs, you simply just click on there and it would take you to that website as well. One pro tip for you is that if you do filter by choice hotels, and if you have Citi or Wells Fargo rewards, just remember that those transfer to choice from a 1 point to 2 points ratio. So if you have 15,000 Citi points, that's all you need to book this 30,000 point hotel. This can offer some great value if that applies to you. And then one more thing to add about that, the Choice Hotel program does only release availability at 100 days at a time. So just keep that in mind. If you are searching for all of your options, you do want to book a date kind of within that 100 days in order to see your Choice Hotel options as well. And then as a practical tip, just make sure that you look up sample itineraries and know where you want to stay within a destination before booking a hotel, because you don't want to book this amazing deal at the Hyatt Centric Arlington and be way over here when in fact you want to be next to the White House. As you can see, PointsYeah's hotel tool is a very powerful one with a lot of different implications. However, one thing that it may not be good at is if you do come across a screen like this where you're searching for a place to stay and it only shows you the dollar price and you're on the points sorting low to high and your screen looks like this saying it's not available. This is because these hotels aren't available on the dates that you selected. And so you would have to adjust your dates and kind of keep on searching different combinations. And this could be particularly frustrating if it's a very popular hotel and a very specific one at a location that you're trying to get at. And so this isn't where that tool shines, but this is actually where Rooms.aero shines. Fun fact, this video idea came to me after a coaching call with one of my newsletter subscribers. Shout out to Tommy. If you're interested in having a coaching call with me, those are only available via a link found in my newsletter. If you want to sign up for that newsletter, be sure to check that link out down in the description. While you're down there, go ahead and like this video if it's been helpful for you so far, and be sure to subscribe if you want more content like this. My name's Michael, here's some more. So our next tool is Rooms.aero. It is a partner tool of the Seats.Aero website. So you can go to Seats.Aero and click on this hotels button, or you can go directly to Rooms.aero as well. This is what the homepage looks like. It looks a lot like the Seats.Aero page. And so you've got these main functions here. You've got explore, search, this hotels, tools, and alerts. So I'm going to go ahead and say the Explore and the Hotels button are essentially equal to me. I always like to use the Hotels button, and it shows you what programs it tracks. Note that it doesn't have Choice or Wyndham hotels on here, it's just these four. And so let me show you what this could do by, let's look at the Hilton Honors program. So I really like to use this tool if you're looking for a specific hotel that may not have every day available, so you're trying to figure out what days they do have. So let's take a look at the Waldorf Astoria at Los Cabos. This hotel is a great use of your Hilton points because it's such a luxurious place. And so this will pull up kind of all of the award availability out there for this hotel and set up an interesting way here. So you've got the number of nights to stay, the hotel brand, the hotel country, points cost, and cents per point. So we are specifically on this hotel page, so it'll only show us the award availability here. So let's say you want to take advantage of the 5-night stay, because with the Hilton card, your 5th night is free whenever you book on points. And so as you can see, the points price can range quite a bit. So we're going to want to focus on this 120,000 point room. So if you filter or sort it by the lowest price, it'll show you all of those rooms available. Now let's say we want to search for July. You can type in the date as you see it here, and it'll pull up all of your July dates that has 5 nights free. So as you can see, it may not be every day. So for instance, you either got July 5th or July 8th. And so if you're trying to book a 5-night stay starting July 6th, you wouldn't be able to find it on Hilton's website, but this will show you that it is available here. And so one thing to be aware of just about hotel availability in general, and something that it notifies you here on the website, is that this hotel, and there are some others out there, especially all-inclusives, they'll release more award availability for multi-night stays instead of just single night stays. And so sometimes switching this from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 will show different days. So as you can see, the availability is a little bit different from 1 night. If you go to a 3 nights, you got some extra dates here that show up. And so once you find a date that's available, you just go ahead and hit this I, and it'll show you the room information as far as what points price it's talking about. So this is a king view room with a plunge pool for 120,000 points. It gives you the dollar price here, and then you can just scroll all the way down because it's going to tell you all the different rooms available on this date. Then you can select book via Hilton Honors, and then it will take you to the Hilton website, searching that date in that room, and it will pull that up for you. You will need to log in to go ahead and book from there. I do want to point out that these results are very fast. As you can see, they change pretty immediately once you switch something, but this is because the results are cached. That is, they're kind of searched in the background or at various times, and then they're saved. As you can see, these are results from 3 days ago. Depending on what resort you have, these results can be pretty accurate for quite a while, but if it is a very popular hotel or something that's very slim or at a peak time, then that may change pretty rapidly, and sometimes these results may not be up to date. And so that's kind of a pro and con that you have to take with this tool. And so that's how I'd use this hotels feature, is searching for that popular availability or peak availability. And like I said, the explore feature is exactly the same. Essentially, it's just an extra step. Let me show you this same process if we were to go through the explore feature on Hilton Honors. It'll give you all the Hilton resorts, and then you have to filter by Mexico, and then you would have to find that hotel, and it would give you all of that availability, or you could just simply select on the hotel and you're back where I just showed you just a moment ago. Moving on to the next tool is its search feature. This is going to be very similar to the PointsYeah tool, however this is still in the beta function. So let's see, using the same example at Los Cabos. And then we could do a same time frame. Let's say we were looking for July. So it works kind of differently. It gives you a date range that you want to search for, and then you could type in the number of nights that you're looking to stay. And so kind of adjust that date range appropriately and say you're looking to spend 3 nights in Mexico, and it will show you the availability within this 2-week window or however long you search for. You select search and it will pull up all these results of the different hotels available, and it does filter it out based on Marriott, Hilton, and Hyatt on these different colored pens. And so as you can see, it's currently refreshing stale results. It only does this feature if you have a pro account, and so the pro account is linked to your Seats.Aero. So if you have pro Seats.Aero, it'll also apply to Rooms.aero. It's $10 per month. I wouldn't really recommend it just for this specific tool, Rooms.aero, but if you've got Seats.Aero, that can definitely be worth it, as seen in previous videos. So as you can see, it has the map and the list feature, but it doesn't have nearly as much information as the PointsYeah tool does. One thing that it does do a good job on is updating the list view as you're moving the map. That's something PointsYeah can still work on. But as you click on a hotel, it tells you what the points and the cash price might be. It looks like this one just has a suite available, and then on the list here it doesn't show you much else. And then if you click on it here, and then it'll just bring you to this page that we were at earlier, and you kind of have to redo the search. It doesn't tell you what dates it actually found it on, and then just simply click the I and actually search the website. So the search function, it is what it is. It's still in the beta process, but its use can be kind of limited. So there are some extra tools with this website here. It has a Marriott certificate finder. If we click here, it'll essentially bring up all of the different Marriott certificates that you can search for those free night certificates that you get with various credit cards. And it has a top up feature very similar to the PointsYeah function, except it just kind of drops all of the different hotels within the United States, and you have to filter it via this search bar here. So that's for free. And then there are some other tools that are just available for pro members. For instance, if you click on the cheapest Hyatt cash rates, it'll show you the cheapest Hyatt hotels that you could book around the world. And so this is really just useful if you're doing a mattress run, that is staying at hotels just to build up elite nights to achieve status. It's a very niche situation and not something that any regular travel will use. It's just if you're kind of in that expert phase. And so that can be really helpful if that applies to you. It's not something that I plan on using in the near future. And then finally, the coolest function that I think that this tool has is its alerts function. So it gives you 2 options. You can either do for specific hotels or for hotels in an entire city. If we look at the specific hotels function, as you can see, it's pretty straightforward. You select whatever hotel that you're interested in tracking, put the specific date that you're looking for, the arrival date, and then how many nights you're interested in staying in. And then you can put the standard room availability and put the maximum cost of points. Just remember, if you're looking at a Hyatt hotel, there's the standard price as well as the peak and off-peak pricing. So make sure to put the maximum price a little bit above the peak price just to include all availability so you don't miss out. And so this could be really helpful if you're looking for a hotel that has no availability now, but you're trying to see if there's a cancellation between now and there. And so this is free to create. You only need a pro account if you want to be texted about the availability. Now, if we look at the create a city alert, I don't foresee this being super common, but if there's absolutely no availability within an entire city, then this would be for you. You don't want to do it if there's only one hotel that you're looking at, because you're just going to keep on getting alerts about random hotels that you're not interested in. But this is available for you as well, also for free. And so as you can see, Seats.Aero has a lot to love about it, but it is very different from PointsYeah. So now let's do some highlighting here. And while I do so, I want you to go ahead and scroll down a little bit and let me know in the comments, which one do you think is best? They're both really fast, but PointsYeah does give you some more up-to-date information each time, and it also includes Wyndham and Choice hotels. So which one do I think is best? Well, as we say in Texas, ¿por qué no los dos? I say if you've got a straightforward trip and you're in the research phase trying to figure out what hotels are available and you've got a handful of different points to use, I say start with PointsYeah, take a look at what's out there and filter what works for those dates. Also take advantage of the different filters that it has to offer, especially if you're looking to earn points. You can also earn some American Airlines points while you're at it. And then after searching, if you found a hotel that doesn't have availability but that you're interested in, or if you already have a specific hotel in mind based on an influencer or someone that you've seen, then you can start off with Rooms.aero and figure out what availability that specific hotel has. A little bit easier there. And then you can also set up an alert if there's nothing available via Rooms.aero, all for free. Now with all this said, I would be remiss not to mention MaxMyPoint and Aways.com. These are two other powerful award search tools that help you find hotel availability. They're especially useful for their award calendars that they both offer. However, they have more functions that are paid features, and so I personally don't pay for these websites, and so I would recommend starting off with these free options, and if they don't work out for you, be sure to check both of those out. Now, if I could have a wish list with these tools, I would really like to see a reviews function as far as showing a Google or TripAdvisor review score on the page, so that way I can see if there's a good pricing on a hotel but it has a 2-star review left on Google, then I could just skip it altogether without having to do that back-end research on my own. And it would also be nice if one of these tools was able to pull up the hotels available on Chase's travel portal, because I like to book some of those cheaper hotels whenever the points price of all the other options are a bit expensive for the destination I want to go to. Now, most people don't recommend doing this, but I like to do it regularly, and if you want to check out that hot take, be sure to check out this video here. I'll have it uploaded once it's ready for you. I'll see you in the next one.